Hello, Wastelanders. This is Overseer of the Overseer's Logs, bringing you the next episode of Creatures of the Wastes. This time, I will be covering the Metro series, Small but Nimble Mutants, the Lurkers. While they do not appear in the novels, the inclusion of a mutant species such as these is a welcome addition to the games. Description of the Lurkers. In 2033, Lurkers are small and have almost pink skin with no visible body hair. They also possess a second pair of smaller eyes, but are likely useless as they appear to be milky white, suggesting blindness. Note, however, 2033's Lurkers were only featured in the original release of the game, whereas 2033 redo Lurkers matched that of Last Light's. Instead, the original model was used to depict baby Watchmen in the game. In Last Light, Lurkers have light brownish tan skin, a shorter neck with a pronounced droop, and a head that resembles a cross between a reptile's and an insect's with very small beady eyes. However, in Exodus, Lurkers appear more akin to simian-esque rats. They are significantly larger than those depicted in the prior games, notably hunchbacks, and have a body covered in pink skin with mangy black fur heavily balding around the head and chest areas. It has large back paws twice the size of its front paws, which possess opposable thumbs. These descriptions suggest that either Lurker is a catch-all term referring to a number of different species or a possible convergent evolution, also theorized with Watchmen. As such, it is unknown what the Lurker may have mutated from, but considering its quadrupedal form, along with a noticeably long tail, it is possible they are mutated derivative of pre-war cats. Lurkers have been seen as a potential for domestication, as shown in Theater Station and by Kuzmich. Although, taking into consideration other Lurker variants, other explanations, such as smaller dog breeds or even large rats, are highly possible. Exodus highly suggests that they are primarily descendant or evolved, albeit heavily mutated, from large rodents.
Lots of tough guys died in these tunnels, but if we watch each other's backs, we'll get there.
The habitat of the Lurker. Lurkers tend to live within recently abandoned metro stations. Specifically, they live in warrens or burrows that allow them to transit between holes as a means of travel and flanking prey. The holes that they use are often, if not always, above the lower rooms of the stations, indicating that they are not very adept at burrowing and that they prefer to use large empty spaces to essentially save time. Instincts and social habits of the Lurkers. Lurkers are known to travel alone or in triplicate, even if more are present in a warren. Lurkers are generally considered scavengers, as they primarily feed on dead humans or other mutants, as well as many other animals. This does not mean they won't attack living prey, however. If they do, it will likely be when said prey is alone, regardless if they are human or not. When attacking living prey, Lurkers will utilize their burrows to flank their target. Lurkers may be small, but they are also quite fast and capable of leaping at their targets when hunting the live prey. Lurkers in Exodus appear to be much more aggressive and are prone to attack unprovoked. Tactics to use when faced with Lurkers. When faced with Lurkers, the weapon of choice is generally any firearm, although shotguns are useful due to their stopping power alone. Due to the Lurkers' tendency to leap at their targets, it is suggested to anticipate and shoot accordingly so as not to waste a shot, missing them. How one approaches Lurkers is also a major determinant of your likelihood of surviving an encounter with them. It is important to stay keenly aware of your surroundings and avoid placing yourself anywhere their burrow holes might be behind you, as that will leave your back vulnerable to attack. Utilize walls and structures to protect your rear. Always give yourself a route of safe retreat, especially if you must venture further into their territory. And often, lurkers will watch you from their holes and wait for you to look away to attack. However, at times, they will attack regardless of if you've spotted them or not, so always be on your guard. The Lurkers of Metro are yet another fascinating mutant in the Russian wasteland, whether the Exodus versions are to be considered sole canon, or if all variants were to exist independently of each other. These small but quick creatures can be a formidable foe for those who do not keep their wits about them and check their surroundings. They might be best left alone, but if one needs to travel the Metro, they are bound to run into one eventually. Stay safe and stay aware, Wastelanders. This has been another episode of Creatures of the Waste, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe. Go ahead and hit that bell for notifications. This has been Overseer, and I'll see you guys in the Wasteland next time. Signing out.